Hey everyone, happy Winning Wednesday. It's Sonia and
Jeannie, hello everyone.
happy Wednesday. I hope it's lovely where you are. It is absolutely gorgeous here. It's like 70 degrees and sunny. And Jeannie, you said you had rain all week,
It's
right?
been raining, it's the effects from all the hurricane weather
Oh, yeah.
down south. Yes, yeah. So it's been pretty bad here. Not as bad. So I hope everyone that lives in those areas are staying safe. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just so devastating seeing all of the film and everything and the things that are going on there. So if anyone that is watching us is affected by the hurricane, we're definitely sending you lots of prayers.
Mhm.
And I just pray that everybody is safe and things, I know it's hard to say, but things get back to normal. Like, I know that's a long road. So
Mhm.
let's just say I hope that things begin to improve because no one ever wants to put out false hope, right?
Right.
We are excited about being here with you guys today. This is actually our third week talking about this topic because it is such a big conversation. We're talking about the future of fat loss, and we want to introduce you to our breakthrough new GLP-1 boosting system, which we both have our hands on now. And so, for the first, two times we talked about this, it was like, all right, we're just talking based on anecdotal information, science, and a trial group. Now we have hands-on experience, and I am so excited about this conversation because I can't wait to hear, Jeannie, your experience so far, and I want to share mine because I have had some good results so far. So all right. So what is it we are talking about? Let's give like a little refresher. So Jeannie, remind us what this system is all about.
So this system specifically, the Curb product, helps with so as we age, we start to lose GLP-1. Our body doesn't make as much GLP-1 as it used to. So we want to increase the amount or the number of GLP-1 in the system because it helps to curb appetite, boost your metabolism, and balance blood sugars. Well, what happens with this is that it helps your body make more GLP-1 in the gut. That's why I love it, because it's not like providing you with artificial GLP-1 or any of those things. It's more of it's helping your body make it through what's called acromantia, which is a strain, um gut mic what is it, microbe in that's in the gut. So it's a microbe that's in a strain of microbe in the gut that helps to increase your GLP-1. It's just amazing. Like, it's science to the next level.
It's very, very interesting. So for those of you that are like, what are you even talking about? So GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. So it is a peptide hormone inside of the gut that as we age, as Jeannie said, we lose that GLP-1, which is why a lot of times you see people as they get older have a hard time losing weight. And also, too, overweight individuals are lower in GLP-1 in the body. So it's like you need the GLP-1 to lose the weight, but yet if you're overweight, you have less of it. Your body produces less of it. So there are a lot of solutions out there now that actually are pharmaceuticals, which unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard about these pharmaceuticals. That's not what we're talking about today, but I want to share some thoughts on that because there is a lot of information and great science around GLP-1 and how important it is in not only fat loss, but reducing inflammation. In, there even like is some science coming out now about GLP-1 and prevention of Alzheimer's disease. Like they're starting to really connect the dots with how important GLP-1 is. And we all make it. It's just, again, we're not making enough of it as we age, especially if we're overweight. So I just wanted to set the table with that. So what's the difference here in what we're talking about? So as a matter of fact, I actually had a friend who I was sharing the transformation system with today who told me that when she took the shots, she actually ended up in the ER because she had such horrific side effects.
Wow.
And so that's not what this is. We're actually working along the same pathway, but instead of injecting artificial GLP-1, which is what a medication is, we're actually teaching your body to produce more GLP-1 on its own. As a matter of fact, one of the ingredients in the product Curb was studied, and all of these ingredients have been studied, but I'm speaking of one particular ingredient. And what they found with this ingredient was it actually increased GLP-1 production inside of the gut by 17.1%. That is significant. And that's just one of the ingredients inside
That's
this
amazing.
beautiful blend.
Yeah.
The Curb is just part of a system. So Curb can be used alone. So I guess the way I would position it is obviously budget and goals, right? Those are the two things we always look at. So you're always going to get optimal, best results if you use the whole system because it comes with a meal plan. It comes with obviously community support. It's a group of products that actually synergistically work together to really magnify the results.
Mhm.
But the Curb is really kind of the cornerstone product. And as Jeannie mentioned, it actually increases two very key strains of bacteria in the gut, one being Akkermansia. When you increase Akkermansia, you increase GLP-1. Simple.
Mhm.
And most overweight people do not make enough Akkermansia. Most people in general, especially if you have any gut problems, do not make enough Akkermansia. And then also bifidobacterium. And if you do any research on the relationship between the gut and losing weight, bifidobacterium is always in the conversation. Akkermansia is always in the conversation. So if you're struggling to lose weight, it may have nothing to do with what you're eating. Yes, that's important. And as a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and certified diabetes educator, I will always say food first. But what do we do when food and exercise are not enough? And
Right.
that's where we start to get into this hormonal issue, and GLP-1 again being a hormone. We get into this hormone issue of not only our hormones over 40 are going sideways. We've talked about that many times, but now we're not producing enough GLP-1 in the gut. So people have a harder time losing weight. Plus, there's a lot of hormonal imbalance. Like it's the perfect storm for zero results, right?
Mhm. Yep.
So we'd love to hear from you guys. First of all, if you are here live, say hi. Let us know you're here. Don't be in the witness protection program. Let us know that you're here. And of course, if you do catch this on the replay, come back and say hi. Let us know what you know about GLP-1. And also would love to know from you, have you tried any of the medications or any supplements that do help to work on that GLP-1 pathway? Would love to know from you guys. The other thing with the Curb product is it actually works along the same pathway, which there are a lot of GLP-1-ish types of supplements on the market. They don't always work along the same pathway. So this actually works along that same pathway, which is why people are getting incredible results.
Yeah.
So, all right.
And
So
I wanna add too that I love that it's a powder form,
yes, for
right?
sure. No one wants to choke down another pill. At least I know I don't. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
after dealing with mold toxicity for as long as I have, I always tell my functional medicine doctor, if you're going to give me another supplement, you have to take something away because I do not want to choke down another pill. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? Cheryl, tell us what you think of the new Curb so far. Would love to know in the comments what your thoughts are so far. So this is just to kind of go into a little bit more detail about what's in the product, and then we'll talk about the rest of the system. So
Mhm.
it is a very interesting blend of ingredients. The really the shining star is
Mhm.
actually a proprietary blend of prebiotic fiber that really again feeds the gut bacteria and does all these great things for increasing GLP-1, but it also is really great for appetite suppression. And I don't know about you, Jeannie, but I've been using it now. I think it's been 4 days, maybe. I don't know. I've kind of lost track. Not even a week. And I will tell you the number one thing I have noticed so far is I do not crave things.
Mhm.
I'm not craving, like, I like a few healthier chips here and there, or a piece of chocolate or whatever, but I
Yep.
find myself not needing to snack in between meals Because what happens when you start snacking frequently is that your body, regardless of what you're eating, there is, and obviously if you're eating higher carbohydrate foods, this is going to be even more magnified, but your body will, obviously you eat the food, you have a spike in blood sugar. Then your body secretes insulin to lower the blood sugar. But if your body is constantly secreting insulin, it makes it very difficult to lose weight. And that's why eating constantly is not a good idea if you're trying to lose weight, even if it's healthy food. But eating 3 times a day, leaving some windows of time between your meals. In our transformation system, we call it a 4-4-12 method of eating, meaning that you wait at least 4 hours between each of your meals. And then there's a 12-hour fast overnight, right? So if you eat dinner at 8 o'clock, you don't want to eat breakfast until 8 a.m. the next day, because fasting is an important component of this, but we're not fasting to the extent of, like a big lengthy fast, right? It's a little bit of fasting. So it's like intermittent fasting meets 3 meals a day, right?
Yeah, it's a natural way of fasting when, many years ago, our ancestors probably did that.
Exactly. Yes.
You
Okay. So there is the Metabiome prebiotic.
Mhm.
There is resistant starch from konjac root, which is really interesting. There are bioflavonols. There are polyphenols. There is just a wide variety, too many ingredients for me to read, but a wide variety of ingredients that all synergistically works together on that GLP-1 pathway.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes it really unique. It's not injecting artificial GLP-1 like the medications do, which, can be very helpful. We're not certainly bashing medications, but what we're wanting to do is give you results without side effects or a massive price tag,
Right.
because not everybody's insurance covers those medications. And like I said, my friend just reached out today and said she went to the ER because her body just was like, oh no, we're not taking this medication, right?
Yeah.
And that's
And
not
I don't know about you, Sonia, but I
the
like to go the holistic route for things.
for sure, if it's
Yeah.
possible, right? So
Right.
always start there. And if
Mhm.
somebody needs to progress to a medication, that's
Right.
understandable, right?
Yeah.
I get a lot of questions. Can you use the two together? And the answer is yes.
Mhm.
So if you are on a GLP-1 medication and you want to magnify your results, or maybe you want to, be able to eventually cut down on the dosing. Obviously, we're not here for medical advice. Check with your doctor before you do any of that. But I know a lot of people have said they're excited that potentially over time they could maybe cut back on their dose of the GLP-1s. So we're just really excited about Curb. This is the cornerstone product. It is a peach mango, and it's really interesting. I'm not going to drink it right now because I actually drink mine between lunch and dinner because that's when I get the most like snacky.
Mhm.
But it
I
comes
think
in,
most people
yeah, for sure, right? I don't know what it is, like that 2 o'clock crash, right? We all
Yeah.
look for caffeine and snacks, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's 3:35 now. I haven't looked for a snack.
Wow.
I haven't taken this since yesterday. It's a peach mango. You have to put it in your cup and drink it quickly because of the prebiotic fiber. It does thicken up.
Mhm.
That's kind of what it's doing inside of your gut. Because when you feel full, it turns off that sensation of needing to eat, right?
Right. Yep.
All right. So that's the Curb. All right. What else do we
Mhm.
have inside of this pack?
We have what's called Sculpt, which is basically an amino acid,
Love.
right? You can actually take this before you work out or after. If you are, as we age, we want to build lean body mass. And I highly recommend taking it post workout. So it can help to support that.
Or any time of the day. Like I didn't go to the
You
gym
didn't-
today,
Yeah.
but I still need the branched chain amino
Oh,
acids.
absolutely. Yeah.
So essential. If you're over 40, you need
Mhm.
branched chain amino acids because you
Yes.
are losing muscle mass. But
You
there's
are
also
losing muscle.
there's also L-glutamine in here, which is
Mhm.
fantastic for the health of your gut. But it's in the right ratios that work together. And that's what I think is so special about this product. I'm actually going to mix it up now. So,
Yeah.
have you had yours yet today?
No, I have not.
In the cup
But
knows.
what I will say is you can actually add the two together too.
Yeah, if you're crafty enough to drink it fast enough.
Yeah. Yes, you can add them
Yeah.
together if you don't really wanna, like, drink the curb and then later on have the sculpt, and you tend to forget all your supplement. Because I have some clients who forget to take their supplements, and so the more they can combine in one sitting, the better for them, and so
Mhm.
combining these 2 may be an option if you tend to forget, and it tastes just fine.
It's really good too. It's blue raspberry.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, something's got if it doesn't taste good, you're not gonna take it.
Right.
So peach mango, blue raspberry, definitely a great combination. Don't add vodka or anything to it and try to make a cocktail. We'll leave it at mocktail, right?
Yeah.
So yes,
Um,
branched chain amino acids plus L-glutamine. So it's really important when you're on a weight loss journey to maintain and preserve lean body mass. And the other big issue with the GLP-1 medications is that people tend to rapidly lose muscle mass. And you hear the term Ozempic face, right? Where the face just looks like, what
yes.
happened here, right? So that's because of the rapid weight loss, the loss of muscle. And we've talked at nauseum about losing collagen as we get older, right?
Mhm.
And so obviously collagen is an important part of this, which is kind of the third pillar of this. And we'll get to that in a second. But this sculpt actually helps along with ensuring adequate protein in your diet. We want to maintain at least 100 grams of protein a day. And having the branched chain amino acids is a significant part of this, and the glutamine, because you really want to take care of the gut along this journey as well,
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
All right. So love the sculpt. All right. What else you got there, Jeannie?
So then we all, and this is part of the transformation system. So again, if you opt to just get curb by itself, you can get curb and sculpt, or you can get the full system, which one of the products that it goes with is called Trim. And Trim is what Sonia was just talking about, where the biocell, the liquid biocell collagen is in here, as well as the CLA, which is conjugated linoleic acid. These are like the little packet. You can take individual packets. It's great for traveling. But you can also get a bottle. I have my bottle, but it's in the fridge. And you can just pour a tablespoon in the morning, or I usually take it in the morning. And you can pour it in your coffee. I like to put it in my coffee, or you can put it in like your overnight oats if you make that. So you can be very, very like creative when it comes to that. Adds a nice chocolatey flavor,
Pancake
although we
syrup?
have other flavors. Yes.
I loved it when we had the salted caramel flavor. I used it as pancake syrup and I
Oh,
loved
it's so
it so
good.
much. I hope
Yes.
that one makes an appearance again sometime soon. But
Yeah.
that chocolate is my favorite. It tastes like
Mhm.
chocolate pudding or brownie batter. I mean, everyone
Oh,
has their like
yeah.
official term for it, but you can either put it on something or you can just put it on the spoon. But the
Mhm.
beauty of that is, I mean, how many times have you tried to lose weight in the past and realize that not only, again, are you losing muscle, but you have loose skin?
Yeah.
The one thing you will hear over and over and over again when you include trim as part of your weight loss program, people don't have the loose skin because of the collagen component
Right.
and the CLA, it's conjugated linoleic acid. And
Mhm.
those two together are synergistic in helping to shrink the size of fat cells,
Mm.
to maintain that elasticity in the skin while a person's losing weight so you don't have that saggy skin. And of course, the collagen makes your skin glow.
Yeah.
And if you really want the skin glow, you just throw in one extra bottle of our BioCell Beauty. We'll give an honorable mention here. It's not part of the system, but it allows you to work on your fat loss, increasing muscle mass, your energy, and then your hair, skin, nails, joints, like all the other benefits of collagen. You
Yes.
can knock out a lot of health goals just
Oof.
by using this system and
Yes.
adding one bottle of the liquid BioCell collagen. It's amazing.
Of it.
All right, so trim, and then we have another key product. What do you have there,
Mhm.
Jeannie?
Then we have Burn, which is a thermogenic. What it does is it helps to increase your metabolism, boost your metabolism. And you take 1 to 3 a day. Now, I will mention this does have a little caffeine. It has green tea extract. And it's 3 capsules are equal to 2 cups of coffee. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, then I will say you probably can omit this. But and because I do have some clients who are very sensitive, but if you're not, it's very effective. That definitely, this is my go-to. Like every morning, I take one burn every morning without, I don't forget.
And if you are sensitive, I'm very sensitive.
Mhm.
I can have 1 cup of coffee and that is it. But you can take it with food, and that obviously makes a big difference. But also too, even caffeine sensitive people, a lot of times because green tea is more of a natural caffeine source, it's not
Mhm.
that stimulant type of caffeine. But
Yeah.
there's also, and this is a really interesting ingredient, there's also berberine
Oh
in
yeah.
the burn capsules. And
Mhm.
berberine is super important for regulating blood sugar. And as a certified diabetes educator, my entire career, I have spent helping people balance their blood sugars.
Mhm.
And I get asked all the time, what can I do outside of my food to be able to stay off the medications and all these things? And berberine is really one of those very important ingredients. And
Mhm.
so the burn has obviously the effects in terms of, boosting your metabolism. It's actually been shown in our clinical studies that when you take burn, you burn approximately 20% more calories than you do if you don't take burn. That's significant.
I think so.
So, you know, it's it's very customizable, but the burn
Yeah.
is part of the system and you can
Mhm.
customize that according
Yeah.
to whatever your goals and needs are. So I love the burn.
I
And then
do too.
last but not least, the sort of other cornerstone of the transformation system is adequate protein. So
Mhm.
not only consuming a minimum of 100 grams per day, and that can vary you know, if you're working closely with a dietitian or somebody that actually can help you dial in your specific number of grams,
Yeah.
you know, that can be customized even further, but getting at least 100 grams of protein divided up over your 3 meals. And then also, the whey protein, we do make a whey protein, but whatever whey protein you use can be an easy way to sneak some extra protein in because I struggle personally with
Mhm.
getting a lot of protein because I'm just not like a huge meat eater. So
Yeah.
I rely heavily on protein shakes.
Yes.
Put a scoop of protein in this and a scoop of protein in that because the reality is we're losing a ton of muscle as we get older. And if you
Totally
are
agree.
losing muscle and trying to lose weight, you are climbing Mount Everest on a daily basis.
Mhm.
So, and Jeannie, I know that there's a cornerstone of this program that really focuses on movement too. Now, you're an exercise physiologist, so tell us how important and what kind of movement we should be doing for fat loss over 40.
Yeah, you definitely, the 2 I will say is doing strength training. You wanna at least do 3 days a week, but I highly recommend the more the better. If you can just be very, intentional when you're doing your strength training. I'll give you an example. So, if you're not connecting your mind and body and you just get some bands, let's say you have some bands in front of you and you're just doing this across your body, you're just working your shoulders and your arms where you can get your back too if you were intentional and focused on pulling with your back. So again, very, very important to add that strength training component to it. Total body every other day, you'll be golden. Walking. If you're not getting at least 10,000 steps a day, then you're just not meeting that threshold for weight loss because it's not necessarily about steps, but we do know that the more steps you do, 10,000 and above, the better off you are for shedding weight and maintaining that weight loss. So again, you want to add in at least 10,000 steps a day and you want to do strength training. Be as active as you can. If you're at a desk all day, get some things that go with your desk, a standing desk, a cycle underneath your desk, an elliptical under your desk. You can get bands. You can get a physio ball. You can just get as creative as possible. But bottom line is we can't really afford to sit much as we get older because our metabolism is kind of slow. And so these products help with all of that. But then you also need to add activity to just keep it at that optimal level.
So good. You guys, people pay a lot of money for that advice. So you can have Jeannie's exercise physiology brain for free. So thank you, Jeannie, because I learned something. I think a lot of times when people set out on a weight loss journey, what's the first thing they do? They go tear it up in the gym. And they like all of a sudden go from doing nothing to 7 days a week in the gym. And then they're like, I'm not achieving any results, right? So what we know is that exercise is very important, but it is not what's making you lose weight. It is piece of the puzzle, but it's the whole puzzle. It's the same thing with diet. So diet is not everything. It is a large piece of the puzzle, but all of these other things and what's going on with your hormones, especially if you're a woman over 40, we have very complicated hormonal systems.
Yeah.
And as you get into perimenopause, go through menopause, postmenopause, things just don't work. It's not a simple equation of calories in, calories out. That might work if you're in your 20s, but the older you get, the harder it gets. Fad diets like keto and all these like really strict diets don't work for our age group. So it's all about manipulating hormones. And when I say manipulating, meaning getting them back into balance, and GLP-1 is at the heart of that. So you're going to hear a lot more about GLP-1. What we're just so excited about this product. Like, I don't get excited talking about weight loss. I haven't for years, but I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
Jeannie,
I am
when's the last
too.
time you heard me talk about weight loss?
I never, never, ever. You've stayed
Not that
away
I don't
from that topic for years.
not that I don't love to help people achieve their results, but it's like I think the reason for it is because these diets, it's like a dime a dozen, right?
Oh,
And
it's frustrating.
there's so many empty promises with zero results. And I just got really tired of that. I'm like, I want to be able to offer solutions to people to improve their health that actually work. I don't want people to be set up for failure. Now, you have to do the work, right? Just because in other words, you can't take this and eat like crap. Like, it's not going to work just because you take this. It all works hand in hand, but this is a tool. And like I said, if we can increase GLP-1 production and 17.1% just with the one ingredient alone, that is significant. Find me
I
something
agree.
else that does that other than taking a shot.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it right there. So I hope you guys found this valuable today. I know we went a little bit long, but this was just a great conversation because this system is so new, so cutting edge. If you guys would like the specifics, the details, all the stuff, we can offer you a great discount if it's something that you'd like to try. Just make sure to drop either a comment down below in the comments here, or we're live on all different platforms. Wherever you're watching from, reach out to myself or Jeannie, or drop a comment and we'll make sure to reach out to you and just get you the details. And you can decide whether it's a good fit for you. We also have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you're like, I hate it, which you won't, but if you say you hate it, then you can send it back. No questions asked. I guess the last thing I want to ask you, Jeannie, before we land the plane today is, what is the biggest thing you've noticed so far over the last few days of taking, especially the curb?
Yeah, I'm just like you, like around between 2 and 3 o'clock, I need a snack. And generally, I have to say, I'll reach for a handful of nuts and, some yogurt, things like that.
But
But,
still a snack,
but
right?
it is still a snack. But I find that because the stretch, from like lunchtime all the way to dinner, that's a long stretch to wait. So you get hungry. And so this helps quite a bit. It just helps to kind of like keep things calm. You're not thinking about food and, ooh, what's in the fridge or any of those types of things. Um, so yeah, it has helped me quite a bit. I can't wait to share more because I just started like 2 days ago. So haven't been I didn't start on the week. I had got it over on Saturday, but it was my birthday weekend. So I didn't I didn't want to use
Happy
it on my birthday
birthday.
weekend.
Yeah.
So it's only been a couple days, but I will definitely have some more feedback as we keep going through
I
this.
love it. Well, just to kind of leave you on a really strong note, and we mentioned this in our live last week, but there was a beta group of individuals, 28 of them, that actually went through this full transformation program with the eating plan, each of the products. There were 28 of them over a 12-week period of time, and collectively they lost over 550 pounds. And
Yeah.
that, not to mention all the other non-scale victories like less inflammation. There was one girl who had such horrible digestive problems before starting these products, and she was saying her digestive issues are so much better. And more energy, better sleep. Like, we've heard so many things that
Yeah.
people are literally so grateful for this program because it's changed their lives. And that's what we're here to do.
I
Let's see.
love hearing stories like that.
Cheryl's got her products here. She got hers on Sunday. Oh, she's starting tomorrow. Okay, so she
Okay.
hasn't started them yet. So, Cheryl, you're gonna love them.
Let's
Get your
hear
booty
you.
moving, girl.
Yeah, let's hear how you do. I would love to hear.
So again, if you guys would like the deets, let us know. If it's not for you, totally cool. And we hope you learned something today. And we will see you guys again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.